as the throttles choke. Fast and fierce, racing souls, tearing through the endless cold. Twisting metal, thunder growls, screams of tires, dirt that scowls. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Pride racing hours here. Feel the fire, shift the gear. Every lap a rebel's dream. Gasoline, hearts and the scream. Dave and Dean crown the track. Each corner fight, ain't turning back. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Pride racing hours here. Feel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern Pride, racing breed. Southern Pride, racing hours here. Feel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern Pride, racing breed.
Oh yeah, Southern Pride Racing Hour. Dean, how you doing, buddy?
Fine, you?
I'm doing fine, doing fine. Glad to be here. Hope you've had a good day.
Yes, I have.
It's been a nice day. The weather is
yes.
great,
Oh, yes.
and looking forward to a good time tonight in the racing hour. We had a fun race this weekend.
Yeah, we did. I liked it.
A lot of action. I was busy doing some recording, but I also had the race on and was excited about what was going on with the race. So it was cool. We're getting deeper in. The field is set now for the field of 32.
Right.
And, you know, some did good, some did bad. We're having a little problem sharing our screen tonight, so I don't know if I can share, but we're going to talk through some of the stuff that we've got, and then I'll figure out the problem that we're having. We don't know why it's doing that, but we want to share a little bit about the race. Another Amazon Prime, and you sent me a nice logo, and I have it sitting here in front of me, and I can't see it for Amazon Prime, but we do want to share that they said 2.92 million was the peak audience for the race coverage. That's pretty significant, I think.
It is.
So I thank you for sending that. 7 years younger than the average median age of viewers watching Cup Series on linear TV. And then 1.4 million, 04 million average audience for NASCAR on Prime post-race show. So their post-race did very well. And I got to say, they did a good job with the post-race.
I liked it.
They had a lot more sit-down interviews.
Yes.
I didn't have a bit of problem with the camera angles. I felt like the sound was good. They did a great job.
I like Amazon right now. Yes.
And I think they're going to. I think they're going to do good with this.
I
really do. Which I felt like they would. I just felt like it might take them a little time. The first one had a couple things, but it seemed like they cleaned that up, and they've invested a lot. So I think it's 3 more races. Or 4 with Prime.
There's 2 more.
2 more. They've done a great job. That was a great racetrack. I like the racing lanes on that track. Looked like a pretty good crowd. I didn't get the numbers for the crowd, so I don't know exactly how many were there.
It was a sellout.
It was a sellout.
Yes.
But a really good looking race. I like it. It was late like that with the lights on. The cars looked great. That was really cool. And I was excited about, catching up with the race. My wife watched the race, I believe. I was back in the studio, but I think that she did get into that race. But Blaney pulls out the win.
Oh, yeah. I was shocked.
I wasn't expecting that.
I wouldn't either.
Although I knew he was racing well. But Hocevar did come in second, and we did think he was going to race strong in this race.
Yes.
Like,
Hocevar's coming up in the ranks.
Hocevar is coming up in the ranks. He's really strong. Hamlin, consistent again. Very consistent. I like what he's doing. Logano was up
He's in and out.
He, there was a lot of I think it was stage 3, dinging, banging, controversy.
Yes.
Some of the drivers are starting to get a little heated.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're getting close to the Piston Cup.
Oh, we are.
I really do. Byron did. It's not bad, but he's not been coming in, less than 3.
Right.
But he did come in 5th. Bubba Wallace had a good run. He had a nice post-race interview. He got emotional.
He did.
Talking about his son. He comes in 6th, and he said, I gave it all I had. I could admire that.
I can too.
Eric Jones rebounds the 43 car, number 7. Larson had a nice finish, 8th. Thought he would be a little bit higher than that.
But he kept having hiccups all through the race.
He kept having hiccups all through the race. Tyler Reddick did come in 8th. Tyler Reddick was a threat through a lot of the race. I like what that team's doing. How about Kyle Busch?
I was shocked. I was shocked to see that.
Mom be happy about that.
Yes, she was happy.
Kyle Busch had a nice run. Zane Smith slides in there at number 13. Chris Buescher, 14. Your boy Chase.
He didn't have he did good, but then he went backward.
15, a top 15. Miss Jen sent me an article or a story about him doing some nice things for some kids, I think it was.
Yes.
Nice guy, sharing the wealth, paying it forward, whatever you want to say. Daniel Suarez, a little higher on this one. He was way back at one point.
He was.
He really made a nice rebound. Briscoe 17, Cindric 18, Cole Custer 19, Allmendinger 20. Some of these names are not the normal ones we've been seeing up front.
Right.
Although that's not the very front. Keselowski at times was higher, but does end up 23rd. Riley Herbst 24, SVG 25, Ty Dillon 26, Nemechek 27, Priest 28, Dillon 29th. Barry was nice early, faded late.
He did.
30th, Ty Gibbs 31st, Justin Haley, and then I may have put the last ones in here. Yeah, Yelly was 34, Fincham 35, Bowman 36, Corey Haim 37, Noah Gragson 38.
What happened to Bowman? He hadn't showed up yet.
Bowman, Stenhouse, not good in this race.
No, Stenhouse had some issues with Hocevar.
This was the Cracker Barrel, 400 at Nashville, and they did a nice job with it. Overall standings, and then we'll watch a couple of videos about the race. But Byron is sitting in number 1, so brings it home 5th.
Right.
He's sitting number 1. Larson number 2. So these two are battling. Bell holds on to 3. Hamlin shoots up 2 spots to 4.
Yeah.
He's really strong right now. You might be onto something, sir, because I think Hamlin's a threat now.
He is.
He's been showing that consistency for several races in a row. And
right.
not just consistency. He's a threat.
Yeah, he's a threat.
He's pressuring the leaders.
Oh, yes.
And at times leading. Chase drops 1. My eyes playing tricks with me on 5th. Reddick 1 to 6. Blaney holds the serve at 7. Logano does go up 1 to 8th. Chastain, after that big win, drops 1 to 9th. And Bubba Wallace
I'm shocked.
jumps 2. He's got the green arrow up to number 10. Bubba's hanging on.
He is hanging on.
I thought he might fade. He put in a nice run, and he was really strong. So hats off to him. Briscoe 11, Bowman 12th, although he had a bad race. Cindric,
he did.
13th in the standings now. Hocevar 17, but he is a +5.
He is.
A +5. He's coming on. Stenhouse is not coming on. He's a -5. No. He dropped 5 spots. Allmendinger dropped 1. Barry dropped 3. Michael McDowell dropped 1. Nemechek dropped 1. Gilliland held serve. Eric Jones with that nice finish. He jumped 3 spots in the standings. Zane Smith up 1, Dillon down 2, Gibbs down 2, Suarez with a nice finish up 2, Haley the same, Todd Dillon up 1, and that's pretty much the best you got there. We do have the Firekeepers Casino 400, Michigan, 200 laps, 400 miler, June 8th at 2 p.m.
I was wrong. We got 3 more races on Amazon.
3 more, okay. Then the Viva Mexico 250, a little different.
Right. It's a road course.
Yeah, 100 laps, 241 miles. June 15th, 3 p.m. That is the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez.
I can't say that.
And then on the 22nd, Pocono, the Great American Gateway 400, presented by VistaPA.com.
Right.
So, or visit Pennsylvania.com. Sorry, I'm looking at Vistaprint. But that would be a 2 p.m. race. So, no more night races for the next few races.
Right.
2 p.m. starts at 3 p.m. and a 2 p.m. So, they'll get it going. And this was a good race.
It was a good race.
Although there was a lot of banging, a lot of things going on.
Stage 1 was caution free.
Yeah. So I like Nashville. I told you I like Nashville.
I did too.
And
I did too.
I think they do a good job. Let's watch a few of the clips, and they're not real long, and we'll be right back.
To remember, Ryan Blaney is the man in Music City.
Hell yeah, fellas. Awesome, man. Great job, guys. Great job on weekend. Thank you. Great bounce back from us.
Like it is. I like Hocevar a lot. Kid's awesome. Ran second tonight. I like his attitude. I like his personality. I like his style. But yeah, I think he could have cut the 47 a break, and he chose not to do that. That's his way.
The month of May, we want to ball it up, throw it away. So way to start off June here with a 6th place finish. I gave it my all trying to get Willie B there. I thought he'd give it away like he did last week, but I tried.
That's rough.
Oh, man.
Wallace on fire.
I still got it. Never lost it.
I like it is. I like Hocevar a lot. Kid.
Yeah, it was a bit wild. I don't even know if the TV was probably able to catch everything that went on with my day, but we just kind of struggled with our balance, and then just had some things happen along the way, and got a lot of luck along the way too. So yeah, it was unfortunate to not be as fast and have the balance that we wanted, but once we kind of just gave up on trying to fix it all, just focused on gaining track position. We had some good restarts, and then just kind of settle in, and would have another good restart and settle in, and yeah, just it's good to recover to top 10. But
last month, yes, the month of May, we want to ball it up
as well. All about the one restart, and I lost the lead there, but I don't think I would have maintained it anyways. That run to 12 was just lights out, which gave them that huge lead, and really wasn't able to hold on to second either. 11 got by me, and the last run after the last pit stop was pretty solid. I thought that once I get going, just took me 15 laps, 20 laps to get speed in the Show Penske Mustang, which is the same as what it was in practice. So good execution. Proud of Team Penske. All the cars got to win now. That's pretty impressive to have everybody with a win. That shows all the teams are really strong, and my guys were great on pit road today as well. So proud of Team Penske, proud of everyone at the shop. Just yeah.
As he says, yeah. Logano's still trying to figure out a few things. He's been racing stronger. Looks pretty good. So we'll say, hey, Killer Carl, what's up, buddy? Appreciate you, man. Hope you had a good vacation, back at it, and kicking butt out there on Rumble. We appreciate you, man. Folks, if you don't have a Rumble channel, get one. What's wrong with you? Get with the program. Got to get the Rumble channel.
That's right.
Then go premium and follow great folks like Killer Carl, who brings it. Boy, there's a lot to talk about right now in that world, right, Killer? I've been rather fired up this week. So, but it's good to have you in here. I like that track is wide. There's a lot of room to maneuver.
There is.
And those cars, even though they're having to gear down in a couple of the turns, they were hitting 180 miles an hour when they sped back up. That's booking on a track like that.
But you still got bumps in turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, we got the bumps back and bumping these cars around. I don't think it led to any wrecks, did it?
No.
Yeah.
Just some bad tires.
Some bad tires. Well, you know what? Nashville has bad roads. Sorry, Nashville, I said it. So I guess it's like those bumps on I-40 out there.
Yeah,
there's some of those that are going on like that. So it was a good race.
It was a good race.
I think if anything, that what we've been saying all year is playing out, and one is that Larson's a threat.
Right.
I was on him, but I think Byron's the dude right now. But your guy Hamlin. I think any of those could win this thing right now.
Right.
We're getting the field of 32 is set for that. That's
right.
solidified it.
We're half down, half to go in regular season.
Yeah, half down, half to go in regular season, and it's going to be interesting to see as we get into the road courses and some of these guys like SVG, Daniel Suarez, a couple of others that really race like that. We'll see if that bumps it around. Can the leaders do well on those road courses enough to stay where they need to be as you get headed towards the, kind of get going down the towards the end of the season. A lot of work to do, a lot of racing to do, as they say, and we'll see where it goes. But I will say each week I've been evaluating. I think NASCAR is doing a good job.
I have too.
I like the product. I've talked to a lot of people this week. I've talked to some people, and some of them said, I hadn't been in racing in years. I've been trying to encourage people to get back into it. And give it a chance. A lot of people just sort of went negative towards a lot of pro sports because of things that went on. NASCAR ticked people off.
Yeah.
But I do think they've got a good product on the racetrack. They do have a lot of very good teams. They have a lot of great drivers. They still have who's going to be those next guys that really, becomes that face of the sport. I don't know that they have that yet.
Not yet.
I think Chase has been a guy they want to do that with. Joy's been a guy they want to do it with. Byron is a guy they would like to do that with. Hamlin, he's still there, but it's a little past him. It's going to be somebody else.
Right.
Hocevar, they're really hoping to bump up there. Blaney, been around for a little bit.
Stenhouse.
These are young dudes that can become that picture.
But we need to
Bubba is a guy that they're wanting to do.
But we need to bring the sport to the young viewers too.
Sport to the young viewers. Absolutely work that angle of it because there's still so many untapped markets out there, and try to keep prices in line as best you can, and have all those activities like I know they do, like all the sports do, stuff for the families to do, and I think they're doing a good job.
I do too.
I'm going to give them a lot of credit on this. I think that they're doing a good job, and I'm in. I'm all in. I'm happy with what I'm seeing.
The sponsors trying to come back.
The sponsors are starting to come back. And there's money out there now. Now that we've got sort of things maybe moving in the right direction in the country, maybe companies open up the wallet a little bit and, and kind of feel good about it.
Right.
Consumer confidence get a little higher and people feel like, hey, maybe we'll go watch that race. We ain't been in a while. Or maybe new fans to the race. Now, you told me about the Braves going to be at Bristol.
Yes.
My brother messaged us the other morning here last week and said he's going to that.
Oh, cool.
So he is going to try to get us some video from inside, kind of how as it's going on, kind of letting people know what that feels like, with the I don't even know how they do that in there. I mean,
in the infield towards turn 22, it's gonna be the batter's mound.
Okay. It just seems weird to me.
It does to me too.
I think it'd be a great thing to do, but I just want to see the layout of it. I guess because I'm always used to seeing the infield filled up with, RVs or the teams or whatever. And how's it going to look to have a baseball field there? That's wild. And so I am, as a Braves fan and as a fan of the Bristol Speedway, I know we're combining two things here, but that's something I think it's worthy of being talked about in the racing show, is that. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with Dean's Notes. And remember, this is brought to you by Patriot Mobile. Use that promo code Cornbread. Rob's getting his phone switched over this week. He was all happy. They sent him a copy of the Constitution, a Patriot thing. He's just loving it. And you're going to love it too. Make the switch today. Great company. We're excited to have a long-term partnership with Patriot Mobile. And we have fun with them. We talked to them about that promo code Cornbread. Absolutely. So we're looking for great things in the future. Let's take a quick break. We're not going to be long, folks. We'll just step out and give Dean time to get his notes ready. And we're just going to take a really quick break here on this one. It's going to do a promo for the Cornbread Nation, which airs Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a very different show for me and Rob. And we have a new song and a new video for that show. It's been out there on the socials already, but we're going to load it into the site, and we will air that this Thursday as the intro to that show. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. It is time for Dean's Notes, brought to you by Patriot Mobile. Dean, I'm sure you got a lot.
Yes.
What you got this week, brother?
Okay. Nashville Speedway was a concrete track.
Okay.
It's owned by Speedway Motorsports. Bruton Smith. Opened in 2001. Cost was $125 million.
Wow.
Let's see. It's in Lebanon, Tennessee. Rackley Roofing 250 was Friday night. Josh Berry, number 66, Garage 66, penalized. Right rear detachment from vehicle in Coca-Cola 600, lap 49. Tire changer and jackman suspended for 2 races to June 8th, Michigan International Speedway. Saturday night, a couple weeks ago, Daniel Dye penalized for right rear detachment from vehicle Saturday night, sending tire into a tire barrier, lap 200. Right rear changer jackman suspended to June 14th in Mexico City. Now we go to Nashville. Second half of regular season coming up. Amazon Prime will carry for Michigan International Speedway June 8th, Mexico City June 15th, Pocono Raceway June 22nd. The new bump was in turn 4 this week.
The bumps.
Oh, yeah. Rackley Roofing 200, Friday night truck race, 8 p.m. Fox Sports 1. Roger Caruth won Saturday night. Corey Heim came in second. Lane Riggs came in third. Kyle Busch drove for Spire Motorsports, came in 15th. Lane Riggs won stage 1. Corey Heim won stage 2 and 3. Xfinity Series, Tennessee Lottery 250, 7 o'clock p.m. on CW. Corey Day will drive Xfinity Series. Justin Allgaier won Stage 1. Corey Day driving number 17 Hendrick Motorsports. For Spire Motorsports, and his sponsor was HendrickCars.com.
And for Spire, isn't they're going to be sponsoring is it Trucks, LaJoy?
Yes.
For 9 races, I believe it is.
Yes.
So that's a name that's been out there for a little bit. I like that. So that's Dean's notes. Thank you so much for that. I learn something each week as we look at these racetracks and the races that are going on, and looking quickly at the power rankings. They changed just a little bit. We still have Byron and Larson. Of course, that's the standings leaders, and they are the power rankings. And again, for the power rankings, Byron's never been lower than 3. And so he sits in first with that Chevy, Larson second with a Chevy, Hamlin holding third. He's been a season low of 9, a season high of 2. He's up 2 spots with that Toyota. Still kills me to say that. Christopher Bell, next one, another Toyota. Elliott, a Chevy. He's down 1 to 5th. And Blaney again bumping up there to 6 with a Ford. That's your first Ford. I guess I better be happy with him. He's actually trying to bring Ford back into the fold here.
Right.
Because they haven't been doing too good.
They hadn't.
Reddick up 1 in the power rankings now with the Toyota to 7, and then Logano 8th with that Ford. Logano's got to get it together. Chastain drops 3 in the power rankings. You got to maintain. You can't have an off. His season low is 14 in the rankings, a season high of 6. He does drop 3 to 9 with that Chevy. Bubba Wallace, as we said, in the rankings 10th. He's 10th in the power rankings, and with that Toyota. So there's your power rankings for the week. And so we'll see how this goes as we go into Michigan. Michigan is a very it's one of those, it could be a tough track.
It could be.
It has a lot of different lanes to run, like Nashville, but the banking is different. And I don't know. It's really hard to describe. For me, it's really hard to describe Michigan, but Michigan used to be the place where you went, if you could conquer Michigan late in the season, you could be a champion.
That's right. It used to be.
It was one of the last races. I think this year it is the decider, isn't it? Isn't it Michigan that's going to decide, or is that Atlanta again?
I think it's Atlanta.
It is Atlanta. But if you could get past Michigan, that was always the question, because that can be a tough track.
That's right.
And some people just can't race Michigan very well. We'll see. We'll kind of see how they do as they go forward. Good. Hey, Mom. She's popped in and gave us a thumbs up. We appreciate that.
Hey, Mom.
Got to be happy. Kyle Busch had a better run, and that's cool. Glad to see that.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
So we're happy to have you in here. We're happy to have the race hour. And I did pop that up on the screen, that logo that Amazon put out with all the information on it just a while ago while you're doing your notes. And like I said, I'm happy with that. Well, here we are, halfway.
Yes.
We've got a lot of drivers that have been up and down, and we've got some drivers that are kind of holding steady. We got some drivers that are in trouble. I think.
Right.
And we got some road courses coming up, a lot of different kinds of tracks. We got an outside the country race going on in Mexico City. But the best rise to the top, and right now, that is Byron, Larson, and Hamlin.
Right.
With a few little cars, Hocevar, others behind them, Blaney, different ones that are racing real well. But if we take those 3, Hamlin, Byron, and of course, who did I leave out? Larson. Who do you think is sitting really strong right now at this point? Larson is the guy you think that is holding steady.
He is holding steady.
Well, I think Byron is as well, holding very steady on that, and happy to see that. But we can't count Hamlin out. And I'm amazed at his age.
Yes.
He's not a youngin anymore.
He ain't.
But they put it all together and they're racing very strong. So we'll see. Looking ahead to Michigan,
Irish Heels.
Huh?
The Irish Heels.
Yeah. Who do you think is looking good for as we get into Michigan? 2 o'clock race, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Who do you like in this race headed to Michigan?
I'll go with Joey Logano.
Logano, well, he's shown some things. He's, I think, still just a little off with that.
He
team,
is off, but I gotta go with him.
But Logano for that. I think Michigan's going to be the curveball.
It
right
will
now. I don't think, not that they're going to fall off the map. I'm not going to go Byron in this race. I'm not even going to go Larson in this race. And I may not even go Hamlin. I kind of feel like this is a race that Hocefer is going to come up.
Oh, good
And
pick.
he's going to take this race. That's who I'm going to pick from a number one. Although any of those could win. I think he is showing the horsepower right now. He just seems like he's sitting out there ready to take on the competition and blow it away. Chastain is not going to stay in that top 5 or 6, whatever he was at. I don't think he can be consistent enough, but I think Hocefer can. And I think that's the one that the commentators are feeling really good about and thinking, wow, this guy's really putting things together.
Right.
If he can get past Michigan, I think he could become a threat to the top 3. But I will go with him. I think Blaney finishes strong, but I don't think Blaney wins this race.
He will.
And, it's really not a bad pick for Logano because he's kind of due.
Mm-hmm.
So, I might even put like a Logano third in this race as we get to Michigan. It just seems he's a champion.
He is.
You can't hold champions down like that. So I'm going to go. I'm going to throw some curveballs here, and I'm going Hocefer to win Michigan. I'm going to put Logano third, and I'm going to believe it. Hamlin is second. I believe that Hamlin is going to continue to race strong. He's just not going to win the race. And yes, I put all those ahead of Byron and Larson. It's Michigan. I think it's different. And I think that this track is a little tough for some of them to tame. It'll be fast. It'll be it's all about the lanes there. There's a lot of different kind of lanes at Michigan.
I'll go with Hamlin to win it. Hocevar second. Larson third.
Not bad. Who's your dark horse to come up from not those 3, but somebody else that could come up and steal a victory here at Michigan?
Ty Gibbs.
Boy, that is a dark horse. I'm going to circle back, and I didn't think I would do this from the beginning of the season to where we are now. I'm going to go Bubba Wallace.
Oh, good.
I just think that he's due. I'm going to jump. I'm going to give you one more chance, buddy. You showed me something.
He did.
And he's trying real hard. He's saying the right things. Maybe he got to me with the emotion of his kid. And,
right.
I'm going to give him a pass on this one. I'm going to say he's my dark horse for the win.
We need a pick for Ken.
Yeah, we'll have to get Ken. Ken will throw his picks in there.
I don't see Kyle Busch coming in this week. He'll be in a lower 20s.
So I was fixing to go there. Like, who's going to fall out?
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch is going to fall down.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Keselowski. I just think that I think Michigan's going to not be his strong race. And there's Ken. Larson, Blaney, Bell. And we didn't say anything about Bell.
3 good picks.
It is really good picks. If you could have went Byron, you could have done a 3 Bs.
Yeah.
Byron, Blaney, Bell.
Right.
But Larson is a good pick.
Yes.
He was my championship pick through the first, the first third of the year. I have switched to Byron because I just think he's running a little bit stronger.
I'm going to stay with Denny Hamlin to be the champion.
And I don't have a problem with that. I'm shocked. I really didn't. I thought those 2 wins were a fluke, and not a fluke, but I thought they were blipping.
Right.
I thought that they would get, I thought he would not fall off the map, but I thought he would drift back a little bit. He's kicking right now.
I got the history for you.
Okay.
I got this yesterday. Dale Earnhardt Jr. ran 159 late model races. Dale Sr. never did show up. Watch his son race.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either till I watched it yesterday.
I did not know that. That's interesting. That's interesting. Well, see, you bring the professor on, and look what you get. You get. He
Thank you.
He reminds me of the professor for the Braves. You know, when he was bringing all that information.
Yeah.
And he's doing it for the sports show as well. Don't forget about the sports show that we'll be doing. I guess that'll be Thursday. I think that James is off Thursday, so we'll go talk all things sports.
I got notes on that.
Got notes for that as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So that's interesting. I like that.
And I got this Sunday, if I can find it. Ty Gibbs wins his first late model race at Karn Raceway.
Okay. How about the trucks and the Xfinity series? Anything there that that you want to share about? Because I didn't get to watch the race, the truck race, but beyond what you've already shared, let's show them some love as well.
Okay.
And talk about let's see if I can find where that's at. And see if we can pull up a little bit about that, because I do want to start highlighting the truck race.
Yes, we need to.
Let me go back to the main page here and see if we can't get some information. Let's see here. I saw something earlier I wanted to say.
When I first started watching trucks, I
do want to look at this right here, because when talking about power rankings, NASCAR.com has this interesting thing where it talks about Ryan Blaney sealed the deal at Nashville, harnessing the power of his number 12. But when you go down the list, they get down, and when they talk about our boy Kyle Busch, so Busch still hasn't seen the top 10 since Darlington Raceway, but Nashville did mark his best finish since then, as he climbs 4 spots in the standings as a consistent top 5 presence at Michigan in his time at Joe Gibbs Racing. And then with last year's P4 and the number 8 Richard Childress Racing Chevy, it's possible this weekend could be the pivot. This group needs to kick it into gear.
They need to.
For the second half of the season. I thought that was interesting.
They need to kick it into gear, because I didn't see nothing out of Kyle Busch. I wish he would show up, but he's not showed up in the playoff yet.
Yeah, and there's another, and then we might have to keep that. There's a little bit of bad blood here brewing here. Entering turn 3 shortly after stage 2 began at Nashville, Hocevar bumped Stenhouse,
right,
sending that 47 sliding sideways in the right rear first into the outside safer barriers. Although the team attempted to repair the vehicle, the damage proved too severe, and Stenhouse was dealt his first DNF of 25, dropping to a last place. Here's a quote: "Not real thrilled with that exit, especially in stage 2 there." Stenhouse told reporters after being evaluated and released from the infield care center, Hocevar had tried to dive bomb me 2 laps before that from about 10 or 12 car lengths back, and then he finally was close enough that time to just wipe us out. The fisticuffs are coming.
Yeah, they are.
There's going to be a fisticuffs.
If I was Hocevar, I will watch my back the next few races.
Hocevar says, "I kind of got a run and felt like I was kind of there." That's kind of weird talk right there.
Right.
I felt like I was there enough to get a call from Stenhouse's spotter inside and have him just run the middle. Honestly, he probably could have cleared me. So that's just what I expected him to do, and he didn't. And by the time I checked up, I almost spun too. Stenhouse disagreed with that assessment, believing Hocevar hadn't yet earned the real estate to get to Stenhouse's left rear corner entering the turn. I think it's definitely over-aggressive. I think that's Carson, Stenhouse said. Maybe I should have hung a right, let him go. I'm not sure. If he would have got to my inside, I would have let him go. But just to keep dive bombing me, you can't give me up or give up spots just to give up spots. So I felt like it was definitely over-aggressive. So we're seeing a little bit of attitude now.
Yes.
The dive bomb.
Hocevar is wanting to be the new Earnhardt. Is what he's wanting.
Yeah.
But he ain't got to do it.
Let's see here. Let's see if I can find what I'm looking for. I don't know. Let's see here. I'm not used to looking around this site, so give me just a second, and we'll try to. Where's that at? I just don't have no problem finding that, but that is not what I'm looking for. They don't do a great job, if you ask me, about this with this site. That is not what I was looking for. So maybe I won't pull that up. But I do find that about LaJoie. Oh, here we go. We got a little bit about the truck race and a little bit in the closing laps. Friday night's Craftsman Truck Series race at Nashville. Raja Caruth had a question for himself. How bad do you want it? I like that. He thought saltly as four-time winner Corey Heim and Lane Riggs pursued him relentlessly over the final circuits. Caruth answered his own question by driving flawlessly over the final 15 laps of the Rackley Roofing 200, crossing the finish line 0.518 seconds ahead of Heim in second, who was 0.629 seconds ahead of Riggs in third. The victory was Caruth's first at Nashville, his first of the season, second of his career, which vaulted him into the Craftsman Truck Series playoffs. That's how you get it done.
That's it.
I like that.
Raja Caruth is a good driver.
Is a good driver, yes. So that's cool. I like that. I like that those are fun things. And you know what? When it gets down to the playoff time, things start getting a little bit dicey.
Hectic. Yes.
People are fighting for spots. I mean, let's face it, jobs are on the line.
Right. Oh, yes.
Teams live and die off that. And, some of them can't afford it. I mean, some of them have position of power and they're always going to have it. Some of them that don't have as much. And not to say they're broke or nothing like that, but they definitely are able to navigate a little bit, not as much as some of the other teams. Your Penske's and your, Hendrick and all them. You don't have to worry too much about them. They're going to be able to weather the storm.
Right,
but some of those teams, like the Wood Brothers, they don't have as much resources as some of the others do. I kind of think the Wood Brothers, they kind of need to add a second car.
Yes.
I don't know how long it's been since they've had a second car.
I don't think they ever had a second car.
But they need one.
Yes.
It's not easy to be a solo. And there are several teams that are that, but most of them have at least a 2-car team.
Yeah, or a 3-car team.
Or a 3-car team, or a 4-car team.
Yes.
But I don't know how you can expect to, and I know it's a family-run business. I like the Wood Brothers.
I do too.
But I don't think that you can just go with one car.
You can't.
I think they're going to have to find a way to get the sponsorship in to get a second car out there. And there's cars that can be got. There's teams that can be drivers that can be hired.
Right.
And they need to have somebody to work off of, to draft with, to play blocker or whatever else.
But they, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say Barry has seemed like he's a pretty good driver, but he's been fading late in the races here lately. And there's some different things happening, but I do think he's a good driver.
He is a good driver.
I do think the Penske engines are doing fine for them, and I think it's a good team, but I think they need somebody. Who among the really young drivers do you think kind of gets this thing turned around? Some of those young guys, they're not even in the picture right now.
Hocevar needs to calm down and turn his career around.
Yes, I think he's well on his way. But like Bowman, he's been done well, but he's kind of faded some.
Right.
Stenhouse, up and down. The Gibbs. I just think that there's or the Dillon, the Dillon's boys not really getting it done. And like I said, competition is hard.
Yeah,
competition
it is.
Is very hard.
It's getting harder now.
It is. The competition is very hard. It looks like there was the day when Earnhardt was far and above better than most of the teams.
Oh, yeah.
There's several teams now that are really close. It comes down to performance,
right? The
pit stops,
yes,
and your tires, all that. All things being said, not making going too fast down pit road. That's got some of the champions even.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of them recently. So doing all the little things, doing it right, getting it right, definitely making the difference. But you got to put it all together because you can't, if you fade, just a little bit, there's somebody going to blow your doors off.
And you cannot badmouth your team on the radio.
No, there's at least 10 to 12 cars every week that I think can win easily.
Oh, yes.
There's some others depending on wrecks and how the race plays out, gasoline, cautions, whatever can get in there. But I see this field is 15 to 16 deep.
Oh, yeah.
With quality.
Yes.
A lot of quality.
Yes.
And that's not to put down anybody that's out of the 15 or 16, but any of those can win on any given Sunday and have been fighting for it.
And you got to know
there's a lot of parity in the race.
And you got to know how to talk to your crew chief. Tell him when you're loose. Tell him, how your tires is going. If you can't talk to your crew chief, you're not going to win that race.
Is there anybody in the Xfinity Series that you see making the jump next year that maybe get a ride on the big circuit?
Not Xfinity, I don't. Roger Caruthi, he'll be moving up. You got Corey Haim. He'll be moving up.
Okay. And anybody in the truck series that maybe makes
that's the truck series.
Oh, that's the truck series. They will make the jump to Xfinity. Okay.
Yes. And I might be looking at Justin Allgaier Xfinity series.
Well, that's one that I was kind of thinking about was Allgaier, and so we'll see. But you always got to have your minor leagues. You always got to have somebody that's ready to move up. There's going to be some drivers that's not going to race too many more years.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, some of those are getting a little older.
Yes.
And so you need that. This field, how many cars? I don't remember exactly how many cars is at Nashville, but this field, 33 deep for sure. But remember the days of 43, 34, 45 cars on the track? Will we see that consistent again, or are we kind of done with those days?
We're through with those days.
Is it the money?
Yes.
There's just not enough money to go around?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
sponsorship too. You got to put money in with sponsorship.
Yeah, it costs so much to operate a team. The sponsorship's not there. Because there were several 4-car teams in the past.
Yeah, there were. Yes, there were.
Now you don't see that. But,
no, you don't.
One for sure, and then you've got several that have 3.
Right.
So you got to fight for that, for those dollars. But so you're right. But I can remember 45 deep.
I can too.
On a Sunday.
I can too. I think Sunday there's like 40 cars in it.
Yeah,
if I'm correct.
Daytona always had a couple of extras. Talladega.
Yes.
You would always have push there, and some of them got in on champion points.
Well, yes,
because they were champions,
and
that.
Also on the road courses, you got the road course ringers showing up in the road courses.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. It's not going to happen, but they could take the road courses and get rid of them for my money. Is there a racetrack, maybe Mexico? Do you think they add in consistently that will stay in the circuit, and then they drop a racetrack? Is there any racetrack that you think might drop?
Dover.
Dover. I'm not a fan of that one either. Dover.
Charlotte. Atlanta.
Maybe drop one.
Yes.
Or keep 2 or not 2.
Drop one.
Drop one. There's they're wanting to get these teams around as many of these as they can to bring in those dollars at different tracks across the country, and like we say, outside the country a little bit right now with Mexico City.
Right.
Maybe they do more of that. I don't know. Who's got the what do you think the best color scheme right now?
Right now, you caught me off guard now.
I know I did. I was looking at that Blaney car and what it looked like. It looked pretty good.
Yes.
It showed up well under the lights. I like the Reddit car.
Right.
I think it has a really good look to it. I like Hamlin's color scheme.
Yeah.
That powder blue, that looks pretty good. You're always going to have the Byrons. That scheme is
yes,
is a good looking scheme. Is there any that you hate? I mean, there's a couple of.
Thanks. You put me on the bottom.
Well, you'll have to think about that for the next show.
I will.
There's a couple of those color schemes I think are ugly.
Oh yes,
and I don't think that it looks good. Sorry, let me get rid of that. So, but it was a good week.
It was a good week.
You know, after the holiday, and we see the change that is coming
Right.
from the holiday into the next week.
Yes.
The drivers get a little bit extra time, prep time, for the next race, Michigan. And we'll have to find out when some of those extra practices are. There's some extra practices for some of the tracks. We'll find out when that is.
Yes.
And because I think that's important, and we'll further discuss what paint scheme we don't like.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe a little more of which ones we like. And we'll try next week to bring you a little video from the Truck Series and Xfinity. I think that would be cool too.
It would be.
At least the last lap or something like that. We'll try to get that up on the screen. I think that would be pretty good. And maybe a couple of interviews of these folks like Corey Heim or
Right. Justin Allgaier.
Caruth, Allgaier. We'll try to get some of that too for the next race. And James had to work, so his picks. He said he was going to try to put them in. I don't think he's not been able to do that. Don't know if he'll be able to. Mom didn't put any picks in.
No, Mom.
Where's Mom? There's no picks from Mom. We got to have. Where's Mom's picks?
Yeah.
And you know what? I got to give you credit, Mom. You put Bush up there.
Yeah, she does.
He didn't quite make 3, but he did finish strong.
Yeah. I give him kudos for that.
So maybe she gave him a little bit of good luck or something. I don't say we believe in.
He needs good luck, but he ain't gonna have it.
He'll fade back this time.
Yeah. Hello, Mom.
What about Blaney and the fact that he normally doesn't do burnouts?
I liked the way he did.
He did a burnout.
Yeah, I like that.
What? Oh, you know what? I'm glad I remember this. I loved that he gave that flag to the kid.
Oh yes.
I wasn't expecting that.
Hey, he does normally do that.
That was cool. That kid will never forget
No.
that at all.
Here, Blaney, we have a fan for life now.
Oh man, I thought he was just going to go up there and cheer with the fans, and he runs up there and gives that to the mom and the boy,
right.
And he just made their day.
He did.
That was pretty daggone amazing, and I like that.
Some of the drivers is fan friendly.
Yeah, do the autographs and
Yes.
some of them are not.
Right.
Let's be honest.
I was reading where Richard Petty always signs autographs back in the day.
He did.
He would never pass up a fan.
He was a big believer in that. There's some others that are not really. They don't do a good job with that.
Right.
That's in all sports.
Yes.
You have some that really embrace that. You have some that don't embrace it. They don't like it. But you got to build your fans up.
You
and
got
NASCAR needs all of that. Remember when baseball was in trouble? They started giving more baseball in the stands.
Yes.
NASCAR's, I'm not saying they're not doing that, but they got to think in this way to do things with the kids. I think they've done a good job with the pre-race. It's an event. They really have brought it back to being an event. They brought in people, and they're making it family America.
Yes.
Just this just that we very patriotic. That's the word I'm trying to get out. And I not that they've not always done that. I think they're doing a better job of it now.
Right.
And I do like that they're doing that.
Uh-oh.
Boom. Blaney, Bell, Chastain. And I heard you, Dean. Okay, let's now talk about Chase. Did he win? No. Duh.
Oh, I just got burnt. Mom, thanks.
Dude, that wasn't just a burn. That was a beatdown. That was like called out, did just beat you down, and then mocked it. I loved it. Mom, yeah. You win that round.
Oh, God. I'm burnt.
I was not expecting that. I got to be honest with you. That was like, wow, we didn't think she was going to put anything in it. When she did, it was like, ouch.
She did me under the bus right over me.
Now that's racing.
Under the bus right over me, backed up, hit me again, and right over me.
We knew things was going to heat up in the pits. We didn't know it was going to heat up in the podcast. Like, things are getting intense now.
Oh, God.
You go, Mom.
Oh.
Just laying low.
Oh. Oh.
Well, let me tell you what. When you strike, you strike.
Oh, God.
She'd been quiet the whole time. Maybe she got busy. No, she's just out there listening, making notes. Oh,
Yeah.
I said, what? Oh, I'm ready for this. I love it.
Oh.
Hey, all of y'all are a blessing to us here at the Southern Fried
At
Racing Hour.
least we can have fun. At least we can laugh, have fun.
We do have that main logo that you kind of see around. We do have that in the store now. We're revamping the store. I'm not sending anybody to the store right now. We're revamping the store. We're adding up, putting in a lot more logos. We're going to have some for the sports. We'll have a few more for the racing, and a lot of work's going to be done there. But very, very soon we will have some things about the racing hour that you can get.
And no Kyle Busch stuff in the store.
No Kyle Busch stuff. Well, we can't sell the Kyle Busch, but we can sell the Southern Fried Racing Hour and hats and shirts and, all the little things that we can get. James has popped into the house.
Oh.
Top 3 for next race are Byron, Hosifer, and Hamlin. Dark Horse, Chase, Elliott. I like your picks, man.
Good picks.
But I'm going with Hosifer for the win. I saw James today. He was racing down the lanes with his golf truck. He didn't pass anybody, though. He did a good job. He followed the rules. It's good to see you, James, or at least hear from you. And Mom gave you the thumbs up. You go, Mom. I love it. Hey, folks, that's our Racing Hour show for this week. It's getting funner and funner and better. And I know we knew it was Chase.
Yeah,
we knew it was Chase.
Yeah.
But join us each week. We're having fun. We're trying to make it better. We got a couple of technical things we're still figuring out, but all things considered, wow, I love it. I told somebody today, I said, I am so looking forward to the show tonight. I can't wait for the Racing Hour.
I did too. I told Mom that today.
Yeah, the excitement just builds each and every time. You folks have a great night. Thanks for the support of the Southern Fried Podcast. We're picking up new followers every day, and we're thankful. Somebody out there in one of the streams today watched one of our videos, and they gave us the thumbs up, and they said something very nice. They said, "Keep up the good work," and I appreciate that. You know what? It is a lot that goes in. It's a lot that goes in, and sometimes it's just nice to hear that. So we're not looking for the pat on the back, but sometimes when it comes, it feels good. So,
right.
Let's keep praying for those folks that need prayer. Find you a good church on Sunday, and go worship the Lord and praise the Lord and all that. And if you don't know Him, you can very easily. And the world is a crazy place.
It
folks.
is.
The world is a dangerous place right now. Across the world, let's pray for our country, pray for our president. Things are spinning out of control.
And
I think across the world.
Pray for the troops.
I don't want our troops to have to get caught up in the mess that's going on overseas. And so, always thanks, James, and you're a big part of that, brother.
Yeah, he is.
He had to work today, but he's a big part of the race show, big part of the sports show. And you guys have become, just made it a blessing. We appreciate
and thank you, Mom, for the comments. I appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. We thank her for the comments.
Oh.
All right. We're going out with some music. We'll see you next time. Salute, fist bump, and we're out.
Lots of loud boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Fried Racing Hours here. Smoke, southern skies, the throttles choke. Fast and fierce, racing souls, tearing through the endless cold. Twisting metal, thunder growls, screams of tires, dirt that scowls. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Fried Racing Hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Every lap a rebel's dream. Gasoline, hearts and the scream. Dave and Dean crown the track. Each corner fight, ain't turning back. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Fried Racing Hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn burn the streets, set the pace. Ours, speed's the creed. Southern fried racing breed. Southern fried racing, ours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace. Burn the streets, set the pace. Ours, speed's the creed. Southern fried racing breed.